Hello, Jamboree. Welcome to State of the Season. This is episode 3 of Spring 2017. I am Jim Jam. I have just recently moved into a new house, and I am in my basement. I don't have a microphone. This probably sounds really bad, and I apologize for that. Hope you'll bear with me until I can sort that out as I continue to record with my laptop microphone. Just wanted to get you this content, talk about the season. I don't want to take a break from that or doing anything, frankly. So it might sound not so good, but we're going to deal with it together, and it'll be great. In this season, of course, we are going to start with Little Witch Academia. We had episodes 19 through 21, and I gotta say, I liked a lot of it. There was a two-parter focusing on Diana, and it made me really appreciate the character, and her and Akko's relationship really developed a lot, and we got another one of those all-important words we need at the end of it. So I'm glad we had it. I was concerned that it would take too long, and it would affect the ending, but it didn't seem to do that too much, and we still have a lot of time for the show to have a good ending. There was an episode where Akko got really mad at Ursula Sensei, and it felt a little out of place that it just suddenly happened that she didn't like her anymore. But overall, the episodes were good. We got another word. We're very close to the end. I hope that we'll get enough time for the ending, because these trigger shows sometimes really, really need a lot of time to end. Comes to mind Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. If they don't have enough time for the ending, those shows would not have been nearly as good as they were. I was concerned with the episodic format we were going through with these episodes, but because it's Trigger, because the characters are so good, it made it still interesting. So I like that this arc happened. It's dwindling down now. We can start into the final arc. I hope it's good. We'll see you in the next episode. After that, of course, there's Attack on Titan Season 2. We had episodes 7 through 9 of that. And guess what? It sucks. Just putting it out there. If you like this, I don't know what's wrong with you. In episode 7, they literally had a moment where they rewound the show, in real time, and it made no sense, because, the show doesn't, see it from the perspective of, someone telling the story, or, a video, so it was just, actually diegetic rewinding. It made no sense, really jarring. But in the episode also was a really good fight between Eren and the Armored Titan. So I appreciated that for once we got a good long fight scene we needed. There was a cliffhanger with actual tension. So episode 7, I really appreciated. And then episodes 8 and 9 came, and it was just flashbacks, and nothing happened, and no explanation for all the stuff we want explanation of. They revealed this huge mystery with Reiner and Bertolt and all the Titans, and they've given us nothing. For 2 episodes, it's just talking that doesn't matter at all. So I'm really frustrated with that. Episode 7, really, it peaked so hard, and then it's come right back down to the ground, much like the Colossal Titan did in episode 8, but spoilers, but you've probably watched at this point. So, yeah, it's Attack on Titan Season 2. We didn't expect anything different, so who's really shocked at this? It kind of was but it's That's all there is to it. Our third show is Sakura Quest, which, wow, if you didn't love this before, it's only getting better with every single episode. I noticed a huge connection with Shirobako. Of course, it's sister show, and it's all this nostalgia. In both shows, there's so much nostalgia. There was Andy's Chucky with Miyamori in Shirobako, where she was all nostalgic for the old show, and that inspired her to make the new stuff. And then in this show, we have the house that they had to burn down. It was so nostalgic for that, but they use that to make new stuff, and it's really helpful for them. And in episode 8 and 9, we had a 2-parter focusing on Shiori, and we made even her a good character. I have in my notes, the waifu war continues, because honestly, almost every girl is best girl, except Glasses Girl. Still not a huge fan of her. We'll see if she improves. The characters are so good. Their friendships are really coming together. The connections, the whole town feels alive. It's really believable. Maki is still my favorite. Her trip down memory lane in episode 7, wow, powerful stuff. I honestly felt a lot at that moment. So, darn. This show is only getting better. Might even surpass Shirobako for me. We'll see how it goes with those 25 episodes. In Saikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, we had episodes 6 through 8, and it was pretty good, very different from the rest of the show. In episode 6, I really started to like Eriri, who was never my favorite, actually usually worst girl in this show, with her whole thing of trying really hard, but she passed out, but she really came through and made some great art. I felt really good about that, but then suddenly we just skipped all the way to Kamike, and they sold the game, they did really well, and it was wait, we actually finished the game? I didn't realize we were even on track to do that. So that was kind of weird. I was like, what is the plot going to be? And then we found out the plot is going to be a whole, like, Kato thing, and she was mad, and it was justified, and I liked that, like, it was a good reaction to the things that happened to her character, but it was just out of nowhere this came, and I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this now. So, cool, but then things, like, shifted really fast, and she just got over it and started crying, and Aki never even gave a real apology, and I felt so uncomfortable with, like, how she was, like, suddenly, like, since when does she have emotions? This is Kato we're talking about, right? So, it's kind of all over the place right now. I don't know where it's going to go, because we have more episodes left, but, like, the game's finished, and it's too late to start a whole new plot line. So unless Season 3 is confirmed that I don't know about, I don't know what is going to happen as this wraps up. But it's still got the great writing. It's so funny still. The art is still so cool. And gosh, those characters, like, if a character could be real, they'd definitely be from that show, because they are some good-looking girls, let me tell you. But we'll see how it goes. I hope it's still good, because I do have a soft spot for it. I hope it keeps up the quality we've seen from the first and second season. Our second to last show is Fukumenke Noise, which, like I've told you before, it's just barely passing with all its shoujo tropes, and the music is so weird. Like, I know I've brought it up before, but I cannot get over how all the music is the same song. And I hate Canary. I think it's not a good song. The theme song's so good, but they don't ever play it anymore. And, like, and one of my biggest pet peeves with this show is that, like, these people are famous rock stars. They're, like, huge, but no one ever acknowledges that. And I think that should be, like, a big deal. Like, that is an interesting plot line. This show should be about these kids dealing with being famous. But, like, they're just really casually, oh yeah, we're, like, the most famous people in Japan right now. No one cares, but that's so much more interesting than these shitty relationships. And then episode 8, finally Momo met Alice, and, like, I realized it's been 8 episodes, and they hadn't even, like, really interacted, and it was just bizarre. And then she had this introspective speech that, like, took so long and did nothing for me. I'm just really over this show, honestly. I don't care about their issues anymore. I just want the good music, and they don't even give me that anymore. So, you know what I'm going to say. It's the worst show of the season. I wish I could drop it, but I don't really drop shows when I've gotten this far, so we're sticking with it. And the last show, of course, we have my absolute favorite, Tsuki ga Kirei. Of course, it did get delayed. There was a 6.5 episode instead of 7, so we have episode 6.5, episode 7, and episode 8. And it does suck that there was a recap episode, but you know what? If we're going to keep getting this quality, I'm okay with the pause, because oh my gosh, this show keeps blowing me away. There were only 2 episodes, and it's still my favorite of the season. The whole theme park episode, and then with the festivals, the moment, it's beautiful. It's so good. That part when they're at the theme park under the fireworks, and they were almost kissed, that was my best scene of the entire season. I'm going to make a video about it just to show how dense that scene was with so little going on. Wow. At the same time, I also was really angry at the side characters for being so, like, bad to Azumi, and, like, not believing that he could, like, have a girlfriend, and Shinatsu trying to steal him away. But at the same time, I also felt bad for her. She got so sad, and, like, that's a testament to how good this show is, that I could hate a character like Shinatsu for taking up screen time from the couple I like. But then when she's sad, I still feel for her, because it's so real, it's so raw, it feels like actual people. So Azumi and Mizuno are still, like, the best couple, but I do feel bad for the characters who are getting the short end of the stick. And they finally got the kiss in episode 8, and they're connected and they're close, and oh my god, I love this show. So that's all the 6 shows in episode 3 of this season. We're getting towards the end, and things are not shaking up as much as you might want. Everything has stayed pretty much the same, except for some actual shakeup towards the top, which is kind of contentious, because I like a lot of these shows. Tsuki ga Kirei, Sakura Quest, Little Witch Academia, Saikano. I like different parts of all of them, so it's kind of tough to decide which one's the best. But here is our final order. We have Tsuki ga Kirei coming in at number 1, because even with a missed episode, the 2 episodes we did have were my favorite part of the last 2 weeks. I've looked forward to them more than any other show. I cannot deny this show is my favorite. I doubt it's going to leave that spot. It's so good. Following that will still be Sakura Quest, because those characters keep getting more and more fleshed out. New ones come in. They're all good. It's just entertaining and fun, but also has great emotional moments. I love it. Little Witch Academia will be third because it's got super high quality, but did like dip a little bit, and that I was worried about the show with the pacing. It's still going to be good. I think it's not going to be bad, and third place is not bad in this season compared to the other shows that there are, but it's just a little bit below it because it's not gripping me quite as much as the real emotional parts of Tsuki Kirei and Sakura Quest. Saikano will be fourth because it was a little all over the place, but still has that great writing, and it's fun, and it's witty. Fourth place still isn't really bad. It really isn't, because the shows above it are just that much better, but it's still a great show. Then to the bad side, of course, Fukumenkai Noise will actually be second to last in this one, because while it's not good, it's got some redeeming moments like the music and occasional good emotional parts. And then the last one is the most boring show on the planet. Attack on Titan Season 2 had one good episode, and then just two with nothing but talking and flashbacks and absolutely nothing. Those episodes did not matter. The plot is weird. I don't get what's happening or why. I'm just so over it. It will be last place this week and likely next week too. We'll see. So that's State of the Season, Episode 3, Spring 2017. Let me know your thoughts on all these shows in the comments. If you have different opinions, please give me them. I want to talk about it. I want to tell you why I think Tsuki Kirei is great or why Attack on Titan sucks. Argue with me. Give me something. Give me anything. Talk to me. It's a discussion. This is the Jamboree. I'm Jim Jam. I'm glad you tuned in. I'll see you in the next one.